Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing another Walking Dead video for Season 7. Going to be giving my thoughts on the possible casting, sort of, I guess, rumored spoilers right now that we may see Harold Perrineau playing Ezekiel. So I'll put the links in the description for this one so you guys can go ahead and check them out. Couple links, one to his IMDB page so you can see all the different TV shows he's been in, projects he's worked on over the years. And the other one I will put in the description is for comicbook.com, which references the Spoiling the Dead fans Facebook page about the possible sighting, possible casting. At least it seems like right now that's who they think they've seen on set. So, you know, you can't say for sure 100%, not absolutely 100% official, but still kind of cool and kind of, you know, something that is neat. Comicbook.com does say that he was their first choice for the cast or for the role. I don't recall there being like a poll or something like that, but I guess maybe they published something in which he was looked at as possibly the best person for it. Now, in terms of who he is and that, if you haven't seen him in anything or the name doesn't ring a bell, it didn't ring a bell for me either until I Googled him and saw his face and was like, oh, that guy. Okay, I know that guy. You know, and that happens. It happens all the time for me when I start looking at stuff, because you've seen him in different stuff, but you don't know his name, right? There's so many actors like that, right? And it's got him listed as having been in Lost, which he was, but he's been in a lot of different stuff. He's 53, it looks like, or 52, one of the two, born in 1963, and for me, where I noticed him from right away was from Z Nation, which is funny, which I thought is really funny that they would use somebody who was in Z Nation at some point, you know, especially since he was in Z Nation at the very beginning. And I would think The Walking Dead would probably want to stay away from anybody that had anything to do with Z Nation, but apparently not. So that's kind of funny. But let's go over some of the other stuff he's been in. I mentioned Lost. Constantine, he played Manny in Constantine, and man, Constantine was such a great show when it started, and unfortunately it just didn't continue well. It started off really good with the premiere, but it just fell flat. It was pretty dry halfway through the first season. But he was in that. He plays Manny. Let's see. Growing Up Fisher, Sabotage, The Champion Rounds, The Best Man, Holiday, Sexy Evil Genius, Go for Sisters, Snitch. Let's see, Law and Order. So he was Law and Order's been, you know, Special Victims. I think there was so many Law and Orders, it's crazy. Zero Dark 30, played Jack. Sons of Anarchy, so some of you guys will probably know him from there, since I know a lot of you guys are big SOA fans. I never got into it too much. I just kind of came on the scene a little late when it was just ending, and I was like, I'm not gonna watch it now that it's over. It's kind of like, you know, I kind of missed the boat on that one. Blade, that's funny. TV series. Justice. Let's see what else we got. 30 Days of Night, Lost, and The Killing Jar. Oh man, there's so many others too. 28 Weeks Later. That's another cool kind of crossover that he was in 28 Weeks Later, which is, of course, 28 Days Later, 28 Weeks Later. I've done a review for 28 Days Later. It's actually in the channel if you guys are interested to hear my thoughts on it. Never did one for 28 Weeks Later because it's kind of like, I don't know, it's not quite as good as the first one, I think. But it's still pretty good, though, and it's fun, and it's cool to hear that he's in that, and all kinds of other stuff, Oz, and all kinds of crazy stuff here. Cool. So take a look yourself, you guys, and you might kind of recognize some stuff you've seen him in before and didn't realize it. So in terms of him as an actor, I've only really seen him in Z Nation, I think, myself, and, you know, like I said, probably in 28 Weeks Later and that. So in terms of what I remember from Z Nation, he plays a pretty intense character in Z Nation. So obviously Ezekiel is a more upbeat, lighter type character, which I'm sure he's played lots of over the years too in all of his different movies and TV shows that he's been in. So yeah, it should be cool. It's good to know at least finally somebody who is probably going to be it. And I've got some more questions that we'll go over today for the video as well. Another one coupled with this one is a few people have asked me, what do you think, Trev, about kind of the rumors that Shiva, who, of course, we're talking about Ezekiel, talking about Shiva, is going to be CG. What do I think about that? So, again, that's not confirmed 100%, but it looks like from what we're hearing and what I've heard people say in comments and on websites too, and also in interviews, is that they could have a real tiger if they want to. But it seems like, from what I've heard, it sounds like that'd be a little bit dangerous. And I can see why, because if you have zombies everywhere and you have a tiger, I mean, it could get dangerous for sure, right? So it sounds like it's probably going to be CGI or CG. So yeah, I mean, however they got to do it. I mean, it's a TV show. They only have so much time to finish each episode, so they don't have forever. Like with a movie, they could work on a movie with production for years. Sometimes movies get pushed back even, and it's like an extra year and stuff, like Batman v Superman. All kinds of things and movies can have. I mean, there's been movies that have like tracked, what was the one movie, Boyhood or whatever, where it tracks like a kid from the time he's like a boy to like growing up. And it's a pretty crazy movie. So it's shot over like how many years? It's shot over like a lifetime. So many years, right, to make this movie, which is pretty amazing. So movies are different, but with TV shows, they have certain set deadlines. They have to get stuff done by. So whatever they got to do to get it done in time, I think we got to, if it's got to be CG, if that's what it has to be, then that's what it has to be. If they have time for that, maybe getting a tiger is either too risky, too dangerous, too hard to control, or I don't know. I wouldn't think it would be a price thing because I think CG is probably even more expensive. Maybe it depends. It's hard to say, but CG can be very, very expensive depending on what you're doing and how many scenes there are of it. But it sounds like it'll probably be CGI. So we'll see. Impartial to it, whatever they got to do, it'll probably be cool either way. And I'm expecting to see something in the trailer. So maybe part of a CG Shiva in the trailer or something, because that would certainly be something to get us going in the trailer. We'll do a few more questions for today. Next one's from Mick O'Reilly. He says, Trev, I need your opinion, please. Do you think it's worth buying the entire Walking Dead season 1 to 5 on DVD? It costs quite a bit of money, but would it be worth it? The only parts for me would be deleted scenes and behind the scenes. So I wanted to include this one because this is a time of year when a lot of us are buying. I buy at the end of the summer. Each season additionally to the previous year and kind of do a review of what it has and everything. So for you, Mick, to be honest with you, man, I don't think that the deleted scenes and the behind the scenes are that if you're just buying it for that, I don't think it's worth it, brother. I'm just saying. Because they're not that big of a deal. Like, there's some deleted scenes that are cool, but a lot of them are like, yeah, I can see why they took that out. I can see why they took that out. It's just, yeah, but some of the commentary and stuff is pretty cool. I like to get some commentary from some of the really good episodes to hear what they were doing in direction and get a little bit more info about the episodes and stuff like that. So for that, it's cool. But usually there's only like maybe 10 or 20 minutes of deleted scenes, something like that on each one. And it's up to you, man. It depends, how much you want to spend, that kind of thing. And also, too, like, I'm kind of regretting that I bought them on DVD. I kind of wish I would have bought them all on Blu-ray, but 5 years ago, I had a PlayStation. That's the only thing that could play Blu-ray. Nowadays, you can get a Blu-ray player for cheaper than you could 5 years ago, so it's not that big of a deal. You can get computer drives with Blu-ray, and it's not like external and stuff. It's not that big of a deal. So I'm wishing I would have gotten the Blu-ray because, to be honest, the quality on the Blu-ray is quite a bit better. I've compared my DVD with Blu-ray and 1080p versus DVD, and to be honest, I wish I would have just gotten the Blu-ray version. So, but again, that's even a little bit more expensive. So it's totally your call, man. It's totally up to you. But from what I've noticed is that the prices of those usually actually go down over the years. They don't go up. I know sometimes they try to like talk you into it if you go into a store or whatever. They say, oh, it'll become collector's edition and it might go up. Most of the time, it's going to go down. Plus Amazon.com and .ca, they have really good prices where you can get deals and, look for promos on that. You can get like a whole box set for a lot cheaper. Sometimes they go on sale for like half off or 75% off. So it's up to you, man. It depends how tight the money is. But for me, like as a person who loves The Walking Dead so much, I feel compelled to get it, to get every season at least. I even bought Fear, so I feel compelled to get them all, so because I love it so much. But it's totally your call, man, and just because you buy something or you don't doesn't mean necessarily love something. I'm just saying that for me, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna get it, and also I get to get the extra kind of knowledge about it and stuff, and then I can also do reviews on it with you guys at the end of the summer, let you know about the deleted scenes and stuff like that. So for me, that's why I do it. But for you got to assess that for yourself and decide, man. Next one's from Rebecca Spooner, and she says, Trev, for you, JDM'S intro was freaking phenomenal, but I think because AMC left viewers with that dang cliffhanger, it had overshadowed JDM'S epic performance. I respect your opinions and such on The Walking Dead and your thoughts on this. Keep up the great work. Thanks. Psycholicious, a.k.a. Rebecca Spooner. So, yeah. So to comment on it, to give my thoughts on it, yeah, you're right. Because it was left at a cliffhanger, it kind of pissed everybody off because we do have to wait, all the way until October. But it was pretty sweet to see Negan show up for the first time. I was waiting for that for a really long time, and I was really excited. And after I saw the episode, I was really happy and loved the episode so much. But it was pretty upsetting that they ended it at that part. So. We've talked about that quite a bit. I won't beat it to death. You guys know how I stand on that. Next one's from Lala, and I'm guessing it's a she. It's probably a she. Hey, Trev, love your channel. My question is, how many main characters this season will die? And I guess we'll make this the last one. And who do you think, besides the one Negan kills? So I've done a death predictions video for this upcoming season. It's in the channel. So click the channel name to the bottom left, and you can type in death predictions into the search tool. You'll find it. I did a pretty cool thumbnail where Negan's like smashing Glenn's head. It took me like 2 hours to make that, so that's pretty cool. So I do think I stand by most of my predictions for that, and for the most part, I think you can make a good case for other ones too, and I won't go into it too much. But at this time, I'm still thinking like Glenn, top, maybe Abraham would be next now, and there's a few others in there too as well. But it seems like something like that. So, but yeah, watch the death predictions video if you want to hear. It still stands even now. After the trailer, things might change, and I'll let you know if they do. But right now, everything in the death predictions video is pretty much what it is. In terms of how many, I think first half should be a few, maybe one or maybe two main in the first half, and then second half, the usual. You can expect a few main as well too. And then of course you got lots of side characters in there, Alexandrians and saviors and all that stuff. So yeah, it should be some fun for sure. Last one will be Abraham Ford, and he says, I dare you not to cut your hair until it is revealed who Negan kills for sure. Oh man, my hair would be so long. It's already so long, dude. It's crazy. Either through spoilers, the trailer, or until October. LOL, do it. I don't know, man. It's. I just been busy. That's why I haven't cut it. But that's why sometimes I don't cut my hair for a long time. It's not because I don't want to. It's like, okay, do I have time to go do it? No. Do I have time to buzz it? Not right now. No. So, or do I have the energy? So you got to have both, right? So, but maybe I'll consider that. I'll let you guys know if I decide to do that. My hair would be so long though. I'm not comfortable with it. I don't know how it will look. Plus, I still got some black in here from the Negan thing. So it's what it is. Somebody asked me if I was trying to look like Carl, and I'm like, what? I don't know. Like when I had, and after I showered, and it was like down. I don't know. It's crazy. Anyway, useless stuff. You guys don't need to know about that. That's it for this video, guys. If you liked it, you guys know what to do. Please thumb it up. Please don't forget, guys, thumb it up each time. I always appreciate it. Share, fave, and if you're new and you want to subscribe, you can subscribe at the bottom left. That's it for this one today. I'll see you guys again real soon, probably tomorrow or the next day, for another Walking Dead topic. As always, it's Trev, and I'm saying peace. See you guys.
You better subscribe.